Right. We got another build for you today, and this is probably the trashiest of trash builds, to be honest with you. Why? Because it's so flippin' hard to execute. It is insanely hard to do correctly. It is 25 Paladinos in 25 minutes. So the first thing that you need is being Burgundians. It really helps if you have a Hun ally, cough cough. I'm cheating already in one way, shape, or form. Why a Hun ally? Well, Huns let stables work 25% faster. The build order is as follows. We start off with a total of 7 onto food because food is relatively good. Why don't we go for 6? Oh man, look at this cheesy trick that I just pulled off over here. So I let this deer walk past me, and then when it runs back, we kill it to try and minimize efficiencies. That's how freaking tight this build is. Now, I know Nilly has done this build before, but he uses relics in order to make it happen, which for Burgundians generate both food and gold. So in my opinion, that's kind of cheating. But then again, what we're doing with the Huns is also kind of cheating. So, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I think you should do this in a team game nonetheless. Anyway, it really does depend on the map gen. We are actually choosing to chop a suboptimal tree over here. Why? So that when this tree gets chopped, our villagers have a more direct path to this bountiful wood line. Is this a bad tree line? Maybe you could get a better tree line. I liked it because it's right next to the gold. So transitioning from wood onto gold is not all that tricky. We already got the double bit axe upgrade. I should probably rewind to show you when I got that exactly. As soon as I freaking constructed that lumber camp. As soon as that thing goes up, we force drop. We still have the ability to keep making Villagares, and we get the double bit axe. Tight like a freaking Toiger. At the same time, we're also pushing in deer and just making sure that everything goes nice and efficient. I was trying to play around with 4 on wood, but it seemed to work slightly better with 5 on wood and construct a house as you walk over. We're using another little cheat over here by luring the scout or luring the boar with our scout. Well, couldn't you garrison them as another little trick? Yeah, you could, but I don't, because I always end up killing my boar, and I hate killing my boar. That's just food wasteful. That's not very sustainable. In a world where there's so much food being wasted all the time, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you get the basic idea. Anyway, mill. The most efficient way to construct any building is by means of having one Villagare on it. Do we do that the entire time? No, because we are trash at the mother clucking game. It's fine. We're setting ourselves up for 32 pop and up after we delete our scout. We quickly hit the boar. The boar is coming as well. Super duper swell. More onto food. Now notice that the berries weren't as important, and people in the Twitch chat kept suggesting that I should go for additional farms rather than berry collection rate. And surprisingly, I felt like they were correct. We got horse collar before we planted down these farms. Why? Because we're going to run out of even these horse-collared farms, and we're not going to reseed them because, once again, this build is tight like a Toiger. That woman being inefficient there did not help the entire situation. We made the farms super duper nice. I did a video about farms a long time ago on optimal placement around. So we're trying to do optimal placement around the mill, which is a 1 tile over, continued all the way around. But we at the same time have all these berries here that we are also optimally collecting. We are doing the same thing over on this side over yonder. Once we have about 14 onto food. We're going to go for additional ones onto wood, and then just crank out farms as they come. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. I'll be married long time ago. Look at this farm placement. Yo, 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 yo. As you're dropping down the farms, you really want to consider where you are placing them, which straggler trees you are dropping in the meantime. So what we're doing for optimal placement on the farms over here, if you haven't watched that farm video, it is to go one completely flush and the next one 2 tiles over. Then flush, 2 tiles over, flush, 2 tiles over, flush, 2 tiles over, and that's how you get optimal farm placement. If you have to go another ring around, you can place it where this farm is over here, this farm here, or over here, or over yonder, which is nice because we're going to have to place down a whole bunch of farms. We're constructing houses in a way so that it doesn't block the construction of our stoof. I kind of messed up the gold a little bit, but basically as you click up, you want to have a total of 3 onto gold. We're slowly finishing out our sheep, moving sheep over to collect as they go. As soon as the mining camp is constructed, we're going to pick up the gold mining upgrade. How can you do that? Well, Burgundians. Burgundians also is the only civilization that can pull off this build because their paladin and their cavalier is so discounted. Plus, you can pick up Cavalier in Castle Age as you're going up to Imp, which we will also be taking advantage of. We've deleted our scout by this time. 32 pop, cancel one more. There comes the feudal. There comes the feudal. Look at these farms. That is very nice. Once these villagers on sheep run out, they go on to gold. Our goal is to get a total of 16 farms. We also need to construct a racks. Is it an exact build order? No, I'm sorry. It's not a perfect exact build order. And like I said, it is quite gimmicky. You probably want to make a blacksmith so that you can get the armor and attack upgrades. A little bit of inefficiency going on to this gold mine. Should be approximately 10 onto gold, or 8 or 9, something in that nature. Seems to be relatively reasonable. If you have a little bit more, so I have was it like 9, we're gonna go additional ones onto berries. If you have less, you go additional ones onto gold. It's fine. Just keep your ultimate goal in mind. And look at that placement though on those farms. We also made this one already. Sadly that house did block. Should have moved that 1 tile over. It's fine, don't worry about it. Some mistakes are going to occur. 2 additional villagers onto either gold or the burritos. And this is also flush, by the way. Once we place 2 additional farms over here, this one is also flush, decreasing the overall walking distance. We were a little bit slow to construct the market plus stables. If you are a little bit slow, it's okay. Bring an extra villager over. You don't want to lose any time between transitions because you're going to have a whole bunch in the bank already. Resources indicated down below over here. I could just ask, I guess, my ally for additional resources, but that kind of goes against the spirit of this challenge, doesn't it? A second, just a second of breathing time. We wanted to make this farm better, but we just couldn't, and we wanted to have an additional farm, and I felt like this was better than slapping down another one over here. We now have a total of 15 farms. Remember, our ultimate goal of having 16 farms seems to be optimal, and then no reseed. Once it runs out, you just send those villagers onto gold. That's also why we have this second gold pile that we're going to be utilizing pretty dang skippity soon, making sure that we're not going to get house constructing houses as they come. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. And the res is really starting to trickle in. As soon as we hit Casto, we're actually trying to pre-prep, but we can't because we need to make sure that we also have 400 wood in the bank. If we don't have 400 wood in the bank, we can't make the university. Why university? It's slower to construct than the siege workshop because we don't have a blacksmith. Thus, it is our better option. You're going to need 2 villagers onto the university, and you're going to need 1 villager onto the monastery, and that will get you optimal efficiency. We're moving them out just slightly before so that we can place them away. Hey, we place them away. It would actually not be terrible to collect the reliquitos. Once again, that is how Nilly did it in his build, immediately picking up Cavalier. We want additional stables as well as additional pop space. In order to construct, we're going to need a total of 65 population space in order to get that. Now, it's very nice. We can see our actual house count because our ally is Huns, increasing our stable rate, destroying the university and monastery. Don't need those anymore. And now we just move over. We're going to need 1 additional stable, so we realize that. Move them back. We're trying not to move too much stuff around. We did construct 1 additional farm. Anything that runs out over in this area, we're sending to berries to keep getting food. And everything that runs out over in this area, we're sending to gold to keep getting gold in that way. As soon as we have 175, we still don't have the exact pop we need. We need 3 more additional houses. We're already queuing up additional cavalier and constructing a 3rd stable when we're able. 2 more wood, and there she blows. Let's go. And now I'm realizing, oh god, I need some more wood for the mother clucking houses. Why don't I use, because look, I'm 2 away from being housed right here. Then again, we're also going imp. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This guy's idle for a second. This guy's idle for a second. Once again, going onto the berries. These guys going onto the gold as soon as possible. Oh no, am I going to get housed? Oh, I guess we weren't housed. Wait, Huns doesn't have 200 pop? I guess we have 1 more house. Very, very strange ordeal. I guess we must have had 1 additional house. We're gonna get housed now, right? Imp, Paladin, gonna come in right now. Housed? Still not housed. We must have 60. Okay, I don't know why this is not showing up correctly. I feel like we are over. There should be 5 more population space. Don't think about it. It's fine. I remember in the actual replay itself, I'll upload the original. This house actually F's me up right here. The very, very last house. So we're at 14 and 23 minutes. I figured this house would construct by the time we get another one out, but now we are actually housed, right? There was some housing occurring. Rewind. This is not a build order. Where did the housing occur? Was it when this one completes? I guess we're perfectly not housed. Wow. Great timing. I remember that differently. Do you guys in the chat remember that differently? I remember that differently for sure. Now it's just a matter of cranking out as many Paladinos as we possibly can. Oh, it's one later. It's one later that bleeps me up. Oh, bleep. Oh, come on. Why? Why have you forsaken me? In your heart forsaken me. Here we go. So we try and construct this one, perfectly blocking absolutely everything. And now we get housed as soon as this one completes. No? Am I just off my rocker? Like, what's going... We didn't get housed on that one either? Wait. What? Wait a second. $86? $84? Wait a second. We didn't actually make it? We're 6% off? After all that, we're 6% off. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back to this challenge again. This challenge is stupid. It's dumb. It's impractical. You should pick up husbandry because that's going to help you much more. You should pick up frickin' armor upgrades because that's going to help you much more. You should mix in light cap to snipe monks. You should play meta and play beta. No! It's fine. And don't worry about it. If your point... Wait for it. If your free second's over, in my opinion, it's still good enough. I hope you understood the build order in one way, shape, or form, or at least you can use this to make your own build order. I really tried my best. I've tried for 3 days straight, and this was the best run I had. 3 seconds over, yay. But 69 pop, nice. Hey. And with that, don't let your memes just be dreams. Poop Lord, out. Can we get a quick look at the statistics? No statistics? What? What is going on, Capture Age? Well, no statistics. What the? Don't even get the Paladin. Memes, and dreams. Memes, and frickin' dreams. Sometimes you get what you get. 3 seconds late. You don't get upset. Capture Age's not working. You don't get upset. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.